So you have the quality of patience through this patience you developed compassion. Compassion without compassion. Compassion without compassion. It means that your love without any conditions. Just natural. Just like water, just flow down. Just like the sun. The sun never discriminates, say, you are a small tree, I don't shine on you. Right? The sun never gives rise any discrimination when it's just rise. And it depends on big tree receive more sun, small tree receive less sun. So your love has to be like sun, like the sun. Without any, and that is the Buddha's love. It's just, it's warmth. At the same time, it's encompass all human beings. Your love cannot be indifference. I mean cold. Cold-hearted. When you have the patience and the kindness and the love in your heart, you feel warm. You are the first one to harvest that, to experience that kind of intimacy. The moment you don't have any thought of harm or any awesomeness. See, the Buddha had no discriminators that way. Anybody can come to the Buddha. Right? He's in India, and if you're Indian here, have some Indian seeds. Right? He's born from Indian. He's enlightened, but he go to Vietnam. He go to his teaching. Go to Thailand, to China, to America. Now it's to Africa. Anyway. So compassion, your compassion is like that. So on the journey of our life, you want peace, you want happiness. You have first thing is, for me, is insight. To see the nature of connectedness between you and all sentient beings. Without any discrimination. And you see that nature. And when we see that nature, we don't give rise to any thought or harming. The nature of connectedness. The nature of interdependent co-arisings. And you always need to have a wholesome mentality. I call healthy mentalities. Positive mentality. And then you need to have, we call self-content. Self-content. And you need to have ingredients of patience in yourself. A lot of time we have to be very patient with ourselves. If we don't have patience in ourselves, we don't have patience for anyone else. We have to be patient with nature. Nature. Because sometimes the weather here in the winter is very cold, right? And then you have to be very patient. And some days it's very hot. And when you don't patience very hard, you become a reactive person. You have to be patient with the nature outside too. And when you have that inner patience, you have ease with everything. Everything calm, you will not become a very reactive person. You have a calm mind because you see the natures of things that will change. And then when you have that, you have genuine love in yourself. It's very important to have that. And when you have that kind of kindness in your heart, everywhere you go, you can associate with everybody, make friends with everybody. Easy. You remove your biases. Sometimes we have a very wrong perception of human. biased nature in ourselves. We have to be water. And that's why you don't make other people slave to you. You know why you have slavery? You have a biased mind. You don't see that person nature as somehow that connected to you. Why you make that person become your slave? That person really want to have this some kind of happiness for himself or herself also. So as our society become more civilized, we remove that, we transform. People become more understanding, more able to seize the nature of interconnectedness, of peace and happiness. If I harm you, I harm myself. That's true. The first person is to be got harmed is that person. Because in the concern in that person is not a peace. You cannot run away from that in yourself. It will obsess you day and night. So I listened to one of the radio and they say that in order to, if you really want to imprison somebody, just make that person go back to their consent. If they do something wrong, for example, serial killer, you don't kill them, but you let that person face with his or her own consent. That's the most prisoner. Because day and night he cannot live in peace. He obsesses about that. The act that he had done or have done something to somebody. He cannot run from his consent. But he has the capacity for prison. So to raise the awareness of that. So that's some of the ingredients on the point I want to share with you. This is what you need on the journey of life. There's many different ingredients into that. But when I meditate, I say, if I have the insights, I have the wisdom in my life, I can see the nature of all human beings and nature. And then in that, then you feel more stability in yourself. When you have that insight, the important is to experience that personally yourself through meditation. It's very important to experience that. And that what makes you change. In that stillness, in that moment of quietness, you experience that in yourself. Personal, the Buddha say personal experience. So what we learn together here, so you put that in yourself, in your practice. Experience it for yourself. And that is and when you experience that, you can make the genuine change in yourself. And then you can change your habits. That's the only way you can change it, when you experience that. Embody that, experience that for yourself. Okay, so that's what I have to share. I want to share with you today. And if you have any question, just allow you some time to contemplate on that, reflect on that. And in this afternoon, we have a section that we call Dharma discussion. We can share our insights on, the journey, the way to happiness. Each of us will be experiencing the way of the journey to happiness. Maybe different. I can drink the water, I feel happy, but you don't. For some people, there is not. They have to have some juice, right? And that's the way of happiness. But or have some other people have some. Oh, I don't want juice. I have some beer, right? But you don't like that for the way of the happiness. Or I say, for maybe or whiskey, wine, more stronger, right? So each of us will experience the way happiness a little bit different. But once we have the insight, we'll see that. So we respect, oh, if we drink juice to be happy, to feel comfortable in yourself, okay, accept that. I don't have to expect you to drink water, right? So when we have that, we naturally accept the differences of each person and ourselves. And that differences makes more rich in the way of happiness. Right? You can drink water to be happy, you can drink juice to be happy, and there's so many different juices, fruit juice, orange juice, apple juice, right? Lemon juice, right? Banana juice, all kind of juice. So you have so many different selections on the path. Okay, we'll stop here and wrap up here for the Dharma sharing. And we'll have our lunch together. Lunch will be in silence. So we have our friends come and make lunch for us here. And we have our lunch in silence. And after lunch we'll have total relaxation. Arena will help us with that. Okay, so so let us stop here. So thank you for your patience, sitting and listen to my sharing. Sitting here is you have to be very patient too. Sometimes some people it's difficult to sit for a long time, right? For half an hour or 45 minutes or an hour, right? So you have to be very patient with your body and with your mentality too, because sometimes each person have different body structure, and because injury or whatever, sit on a chair or sit on a cushion. So you have to be quite patient to sit quietly and to enjoy the talk, the sharing. So may we all encounter, good qualities, good friends. And if we don't have a chance to have good quality, good friends, may we all transform the adversity's condition, turn into strength on the path of happiness. So thank you. So let us listen to the sound of the bell and thank you, friends. So please unfold